Hey there, YouTube. What's up? Descent here. And so I'm here today just to kind of talk about a topic that's just come up recently and it's been really pissing me off recently. And that is the iPhone, like the iPhone 7 event just happened where they're talking about the all the iPhone 7 information. I was watching it earlier, and they did something in there that really annoys me, and every company does it. It's not just Apple, but every company does this, and it incredibly pisses me off, especially if you have a technical understanding of these sorts of things. It really does piss me off when companies do things like this. So you have all of the classic design stuff that Apple's known for, all of the fancy whatever on the web page. And then they do shit like this where it says that it's 2 times faster than the iPhone 6. Now, this really annoys me because the only reason I was watching the keynote was for the iPhone 7, and the only reason I was watching the keynote for the iPhone 7 was because of the fact that there was going to be information about the A10 chip. And once again, they've completely screwed me over on that. They've just put up information like this that's 2 times faster. Now, let's go further down and read some of the things. So in the keynote, they also discussed the fact that, the 2 high performance cores and 2 high efficiency cores, all this other stuff. Looks like a really exciting processor. This is the most technical information that they have right here, up to 2 times faster, based on this bar. What does this bar mean? This bar means nothing. This bar is just a bar. It just says up to 2 times faster. If I say I'm up to 2 times faster than Usain Bolt, what does that mean? Up to 2 times faster at what? There's literally no information on it at all. Up to 2 times faster in startup times for the iPhone, which maybe potentially could be affected by the chip. Like, it does have a part to play in it, so it could be about booting up 2 times faster than the iPhone 6. Could be to do with synthetic benchmarking, in which case that it might have 2 times a score in a synthetic benchmark, in which case what benchmark is it doing this on. It could be 2 times faster in general use applications, in which case what applications is it 2 times faster in. What kind of performance marks can you expect in less CPU intensive, more iGPU intensive things. Apparently up to 3 times faster, but up to 3 times faster in what? In texture loading, and the ability for a game to be run at higher frame rates, and for the ability for it to be run at higher resolution. Like, what does this actually mean? Because none of this means anything unless there's any actual technical specifications for it. So, I saw that on the keynote, got no information, so I said, all right, screw it. We're going to jump over the tech specs then on the website. Let's see what we got here. So we'll just go down. And the A10 Fusion chip, 64-bit architecture embedded with an M10 motion processor. Okay. That's it. That's all there. I can tell you, I've scrolled all the way down on all these pages. That's the information that we have on the processor. This right here, and nope, not that, and this. These are the 2 bits of information on the processor. That's it. Now, the A9 processor, when it was done in real-world performance, was beating out some laptops for the performance speed in some synthetic benchmarks. But there's no... That was done afterwards. That wasn't done through... That was proven afterwards through a secondary source. Like, this sort of thing, where they just say up to 2 times faster, is incredibly annoying. There's no information on it whatsoever. There's no technical specifications. There's no rhyme or reason behind it. And don't get me wrong, it's not just Apple that does this. Like, for me, I have a OnePlus right now. And I was looking at the OnePlus 3 earlier. And so the OnePlus 3 does the exact same thing, where it has, you go to specs, and you scroll down, where you go to... the technology section, which is total crap, and it has this 35% performance and 40% graphical power. What does that mean? That doesn't inherently mean anything within itself. Is that the performance? I assume it's the performance of the processor, because it says the Snapdragon, and then it's got this stuff written underneath it. But I don't know, because there's no further information. That's the entirety of the information right there. That's it. That's all of it. The only difference is that with this, because of the fact that it's a standard processor, I can look up the Snapdragon 820, go on the Snapdragon's page, and even they do this sort of crap where they have these random numbers that mean absolutely nothing. And then you actually get some information. Like, this is what we need for the iPhone. There's legitimately no information whatsoever on the iPhone processor, other than it's up to 2 times faster in some way than the iPhone 6. But we don't know which way. We don't know whether that's in a, like, whatever that may be, or that it's up to 3 times faster in some other, like, this could be a test that's, well, I can almost guarantee that it's a test that's designed to give these sorts of numbers. You just have to design a benchmark that, for example, if you have a faster texture loading process, have a game that has a lot of textures that need to be loaded very quickly. You've just designed a benchmark that works, that would make it seem like it's 3 times better of a chip. Because this doesn't mean 3 times better. This doesn't mean that the chip doesn't get hotter. This doesn't mean that the chip doesn't get, like, for example, this doesn't mean that it's 2 times faster in raw performance on a day-to-day basis in applications, but it's also 3 times hotter and will often ramp itself down in performance. Like, there's no information on the actual chip itself. And I mean, in this case, the Snapdragon 820, there's not going to be information like, oh yeah, our chip is shit because it gets too warm in certain situations. I can understand that. But there isn't even any good information. There's no information about what even the frequency of the chip is. There's no information whatsoever as to what the frequency runs at for the chip. There's no information whatsoever as to, like, there just isn't any information. There's just infographics and random tech specs. And Apple, even for the previous generation of chips, didn't release their tech specs until much later on. And it's a big issue, because if you're trying to buy a phone, this isn't informed consumerism. This is just Apple's telling you something and you should believe it. Like, it doesn't... This is just something that really annoys me. I figured that I'd bring it to light just in a video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, be sure to like the video. I'll be doing a video later on about all the new specifications and stuff that they have released about the new iPhone 7 and covering those. So if you guys are interested in that, then get subscribed or just check my channel back later. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later.